Country Dance 2. I know. I'm sure some of you out there are going, oh my goodness, he's reviewing another dancing game for the Wii? Hey, I'm right there with you. The whole concept was very novel and fun back when Just Dance first came out. Now there are way too many of these titles for the Wii. In fact, looking at the lackluster titles that are coming out this year, they're either dancing games or they're based on movies. With a couple exceptions, it looks like it's going to be very hard this year to come up with the top 10 best games this year for the Wii. Now I know we're basically just in a holding period while we're waiting for the Wii U. But the Wii has a lot of owners out there that would really love a good game. So please, Nintendo, I'm begging you. The original Country Dance was on my list of the worst Wii games out there that I reviewed last year. It wasn't the way it was presented or the content in the title that made it bad, but the fact that it was completely broken and didn't use the motion controls the Wii had to offer correctly. It didn't even bother to track your hand position like other dancing games out there. It only kept track when you were moving your Wiimote, no matter what direction it was happening in. There's something really wrong with any game which can be beaten by just waggling your Wiimote up and down for a few minutes. So I was intrigued to see if they fix this in the sequel. And the answer is, no, they haven't. I did notice a few times where the waggling wouldn't work, and it actually seemed to track my hands, but I think that was just more of a fluke. To test it this time, the little Wiiviewer and I played together. One of us would do the actions on the screen, and the other would go, read a magazine while waggling the Wiimote. Then we did the song and then switched jobs. Each time it would show the person who was waggling the Wiimote would win the game. There were times where it got a little bit close, but it shouldn't have even been that close. I thought the last game was at least redeemable because I kind of liked the country songs. There are a lot of songs that I recognized, and the ones I didn't know I enjoyed listening to. This one had song after song of ones I'd never even heard of. I would say I knew about 10% of the songs in this collection, and it took away a lot of the potential fun in the game for me, even if the controls were working the way they should. On the positive side, the visuals looked nice. I liked how the models looked. Now, there were some very odd parts where I was watching the dancing of the models, and then all of a sudden the camera would do a very poorly done jump cut. It got very distracting. There were 5 modes they had you to play. Normal, which is just, the normal game. Perfection, where it only counts perfect moves. Freeze, where they make you stop dancing in order to stop losing points. Exercise, where they'll count how many times you move your Wiimote. Because that somehow translates to calorie counting. I don't know. More likely you'll just make a game out of who can jerk the Wiimote faster. And finally, rehearsal, which was just a practice mode. The menus to pick the songs were all too basic. They had you turn a wheel to pick your song, and it was just too slow to do it. Also, it was very annoying that when you finished a song, it would take you back to the main menu instead of the song list. It was very inconvenient to the player. Country Dance 2, I think, was worse than the first game, if that's even possible. The gameplay is still a broken mess. You know what? That's not fair. They created this game with these lazy-made controls. So the controls aren't broken. They're exactly the way they wanted to make them. Shame on you, creators. The song list was worse, the controls are still a waggle fest, and there just isn't anything worth playing in this game. So you should definitely skip this game.